Alright, so no problems by the looks of it, which is good. So, yeah, starting later this week, mostly just because I don't want to deal with internet problems, and so far it looks like I'm good in that regard. So I guess the whole internet problems I've been having the last 2 weeks when I try and stream is just due to the Pacific time of day I was trying to stream, or something for some reason, but yeah. Let's get things started on here, I guess. Playing as Italy, of course, for the Pizza Empire, which I need to get all this land here for. On Modern World scenario, just a base one in the game, though I've modified it slightly because, for whatever reason, in the base game, Crimea is a vassal of Ukraine, when this is in 2022, and Crimea is a part of Russia. So I fixed that little thing that was incorrect at the time. So, yeah. I don't think the scenario has events, but even if it does, I don't think it really matters to me that much, considering I'm playing as Italy. So, yeah. None of the mods I checked out and everything for like a modern world scenario and stuff really worked that well when it comes to trying to form the Pizza Empire. So, yeah. None of them have the Italy that actually needed, that actually can form the Pizza Empire, because for some reason all the mods had a different Italy that didn't have any formables at all. I don't know what the actual difference between the Italys are, besides one has formables and the other doesn't, but yeah. Gotta go with the one that's in the base game, I guess. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this stuff done here. Get that, I guess, just for the first research, considering most of this is already done due to it being on the world already. United Kingdom, Canada, and Brazil. Bunch of countries that I don't think I'm going to need to deal with when it comes to wars. So, now for advisors, that I guess, and probably I'll go research still. Early game and all that. Do not need a military advisor currently. Got plenty of wonders I can build. Though I don't think I'm actually going to do any of those currently. Let's see. Unless one of these actually looks good with buffs they provide. No. No. Tax efficiency, military buildings cost, economy buildings cost, nothing there, legacy, and yeah. I guess I'll just ignore all those for now and just work on getting buildings done as quickly as possible, considering I want to have a good economy before it actually starts fighting wars, so I can easily get a larger army, because I don't think I'm going to be able to fight wars with just the 26 armies I currently have. I think France and Germany are going to be my main allies I'm going to try to have at the beginning here. So, yeah. Improve relations with those two, and I will go and build as many of these resource buildings as I can right quick, and do it as quickly as possible as well. So let's get this thing started. France just rivaled me, so I can't get them as an ally. Fuck. Oh, boy. So, who is the other country that I'm going to want to try and get as an ally? Can't do Spain either. Germany would be good. guess, Turkey, I guess. Kind of the strongest one that can actually get to me easily, I think. So improve relations with Turkey then. And Germany's now rival me as well. Okay. All these strong countries are rivaling me. So, in that case, Austria. I guess you'll be one of my allies then. Oh, God. I just wanted to have some strong allies. That's it. They all fucking rival me. But, yeah, whatever. Get back to work on focusing on getting all this stuff done as quickly as possible. Because this is #1 priority for increasing economy, is getting all these resource buildings done. And there we go. Now, yeah, that's a lot of buildings to build. Because all these buildings are already unlocked from the get-go. So this is probably going to take a while, but probably not going to take as long as it did when I was playing as Malmix for the last video I recorded, so I could get the Red Sea Empire formed. Probably not going to take as long as it took in that to get all the economy stuff done. Considering I'm only about twice as large land when it comes to provinces, but my economy's like 10 times as large to start off with. So this should be a much easier start than I dealt with the Malmux, I think. But income has already gone up a decent chunk just from these resource buildings I built so far, which is great. Austria got an alliance with Poland. Turkey got an alliance with Syria. Okay. That's not very good for me. Let's see, that one. For legacy points, and I will put that into gold. So I can get more buildings built quickly right here at the beginning. There we go. Quicker I get this done, the better. So I guess I should probably check what countries actually have alliances and not. Germany doesn't have an alliance. You know, Germany, it would have been great if you didn't, you know, make me your rival. So, and that, because if you didn't do that, we could actually be allies right now. But you decided to rival me for some reason. Now there's also Kratoka and Bosnia over here that don't have alliances. Not many defense packs. Currently, at least. Good defense pact with Austria, I guess, there. Just so I have something to help defend me if someone goes to war with me. But this is actually going a bit quicker than I actually expected, to be honest, when it comes to getting all this stuff done. It really helps that the economy is actually pretty good to start off with, for once. That is for sure. that, I guess. I'm now in second place already. Great. That's there, I guess, for legacies. Income's basically up to 100. Third largest economy in the world. Only behind Russia and the United States. Not bad. And I think I'm only really just getting started when it comes to this stuff as well. Four more resource buildings. Alright. It shouldn't take too long to get all those done either. And there we go. Good. So with all that done, that's the initial boost to my economy complete. So I will now see about building courthouses and town halls, get all that stuff built, reduce my province maintenance, and add more building slots to all the provinces. Considering, let's see, province maintenance is definitely eating up the most of my income. 40 income being eaten up by maintenance. So this will definitely help. What's this? Okay, that. Sure. Get all this done. Get that legacy, I guess. Increase income even more. Slovenia is currently being taken over by Hungary and Katoka. Austria took over Slovenia. Netherlands took over most of Belgium. Morocco took over half of Algeria, basically. Greece took over most of. Yeah, over here. Russia took over Belarus. Finland took over most of Estonia. What in the world is going on? El Salvador even took a little bit of land off Honduras by the looks of it. Colombia took over Panama. And that's the only thing that's gonna really happen when it comes to South America, I guess. I don't see any other changes when it comes to borders in South. Over here in Africa, besides this, I guess, with Zimbabwe taking over most of them. Mozambique taking over most of Zimbabwe. Okay. Iran took over Azerbaijan. And that's basically it, from what I can tell. Besides China taking over Mongolia. Alright. Quite a bit's happened around the world already. So, let's see. I'm gonna get more of these done for sure. Economic advisor died? Seriously? God. Okay, there we go. Let's check. No. Still no military advisor for military upkeep. And there we go. That is all the courthouse is built. So now I need to focus on town hall, so it's going to take twice as long to do. Great. Income is already... Province mates already got knocked down by another 5. That's good. Defense pact with Austria ended. When does their alliance end? Like 2050. What about yours? 2048. Okay. Got it. I don't think I really need to do any of that yet. Still only third in economy currency. But that's not like I'm currency actually improving the economy itself very much, so I guess that's to be expected a bit. Okay, over half of these are currently done. Good. I can't wait to get these buildings built here. Guess then I can focus on the economy itself again. Which will actually improve my income. Just need to get these done and out of the way purely so I got more building slots to work with. And it's done. Good. Oh. None of you are rivals anymore. Good. United States, sure. United Kingdom, and Canada. Those are not my rivals. Still no military advisor there. I have an interest in. Got it. I should probably actually build something else, because I do need to work on technology stuff currently, so capital is the Vatican apparently. Where's? I don't see Rome. Huh. Weird. Apparently Rome doesn't exist. Alright. Austria wants an alliance. Austria, I would rather have an alliance with a stronger country. Ah, France took your alliance away from Poland, eh? Okay. And Germany has an alliance with Monaco. Germany? I'm really questioning how competent you are. First, you go and make me a rival when I'm the only other country that you could have had as an ally, basically. And now, you're going to create an alliance with Monaco. I don't think Monaco can help you in a war. And Spain has an alliance with Portugal. I guess that one actually kind of makes some sort of sense, I guess. But that's it. So, let's see. Ukraine took over a bunch of Romania. Alright. You know what? Yeah. I'll accept that alliance and get a defense pact with another country once that one with Austria ends, I guess. So, I think that should be a decent chunk of my technology problems dealt with all those things being built. I think I could probably do a bit better. And get some of these things built in the capital. May as well just go all out and get them all built. Why not? It's not something I remember very often because this is the only way you can actually build these things. Just going into that menu. So now, I guess the first thing to build out of all of these is banks, I guess. Then I'll do railways, power plants. Yeah, I think that's sort of, I'll do these then. Alright. Defense pact ended. So now... who will be my other ally, I guess? No, I guess it could be France. So, there we go. Okay. Hopefully I can get my income to around maybe 500 or something by the time I'm done with all this stuff. Hopefully. Come on. These are going to be a bit of a pain just due to how long it takes to get a 220 needed for each of these buildings. Great. Who in the world are they fighting? Hungary and Ukraine are at war. Ukraine is an ally of Germany. Okay. And Germany is also at war with Czech, Swiss, and Belgians. So I'm assuming, yeah. Germany went to war with Czechs there. And also went to war with Belgium. Okay. Sure. Germany just being super aggressive. Being stupid and all that. Got it. Just a normal day, I guess. Okay. I think that's nearly half of those done. Not there yet. I'm getting close at least. Wait, what? Austria? Okay. Germany won both of those wars, and Austria, I guess, just went to war with what's left over of the Czechs. You know what? Austria? You have fun with that, considering they just lost the war. I don't think they have an army, so I'm pretty sure you can handle that by yourself. Considering the fact that you already have half of Hungary under your control. So have fun with that, I guess. Sure. Eh. Feel like that's a bit of a pointless war, going toward the Czechs instead of, you know, Hungary instead. Because you basically can't get anything off the Czechs, but you definitely can get land off Hungary. But you went for the Czechs instead. Come on. Yeah, get this done quicker. So much quicker I want to get this done. Almost done, finally. Almost done with these. Defense pact with France is over. Okay, renew the damn thing then. Improve relations with you as well. United States is now the only country ahead of me. Ranking, though I still only have the fourth largest economy now, because apparently Germany surpassed me. Just barely. Alright. Hopefully, I can get this stuff done quickly. So I don't have to compete economically as much anymore. So I guess maybe instead of doing the more expensive buildings, I could try and get the cheaper ones out of the way first. Get these harbors built, I guess. There we go. And food markets and markets. Those also increase income. Alright. Doing decently well, I guess, currently. Just wish this wasn't so annoying to do. Okay. United Kingdom went with Horror France. Okay. I was a bit confused there because the alliance with Austria literally just ended. I was thinking that United Kingdom immediately went to war with me. The moments that happened. But France is also at war with Germany. So Germany went to war with Poland. Normal. And Britain went to war with France. And France has both me and Poland as allies. On Germany. Okay, United Kingdom has Netherlands as an ally. And Germany also has Ukraine as an ally. Ah, God. The whole alliances going on here are kind of confusing as fuck. But, yeah, whatever, I guess. I don't think I'm going to be exactly very useful in a war, so... Considering I had 26 army divisions in that army, so... Yeah, good luck, France. Have fun against your war against both Britain, Germany, and Ukraine, Netherlands. Have fun with that. Considering the only support you got is Poland. Because I'm not going to be supporting you in that. Okay. So... For this, I want to battle with, I think. And here I want to do that. And that. And still do another, which will be this one. Hey, General Advisor with Army Maintenance for once. Finally. I can't even see the troops in France over here, so yeah. I won't be helping you at all, considering I can't even see what's actually currently attacking you. Yeah. Have fun with that, France. Let's see. Next building to work on are these markets. Okay. Honestly, kind of hope France doesn't lose too much land. No? Um. What exactly did you get out of that war, Britain? What did you get out of that war? 'Cause I don't see a damn difference. Well, okay then. Germany, obviously, though, took over a bunch of Poland. Great. Let's see. Back to work here. Wasn't as bad of a result as I was thinking it was going to happen, to be honest. I thought Britain was going to be taking a shitload of France. They didn't take anything at all. Okay. Income's almost up to 300. That is very nice. Thank you, Spain, for the money. And there we go. Well, sure, Germany. As long as you don't go starting stupid wars. Just, yeah. Please do not try and start World War III, Germany. I'll accept that alliance on that condition. Now, got one of these up there. Okay. And the building I'm currently working on now is going to be workshops, I guess. Alright. Defense back to threats, ended. Renew that right now. There we go. Huh? How do I run out of building slots in my capital already? The hell? That's not supposed to happen. I guess do that one then next. So I don't gotta deal with that problem. So now... Netherlands are at war with me because Germany went to war with them, I'm assuming. No, Netherlands went to war with Germany. So at the very least you got... Oh wait, what? Oh, you're guaranteeing their independence, okay. Not defense pact. You know, I would like to help you, Germany. But I still haven't built up the army. So, sorry. I would really like to help you here, but I can't. So hopefully you can deal with that yourself. Right? You can deal with the Netherlands quickly. Before the British can really help them too much, right? Come on. You are kind of kicking their ass from what I can tell. Kind of. Yeah, you're doing a pretty good job. You just haven't been able to regain any lands you lost so far. Not bad, Germany. Not bad. No, I think you need to do better. Let's see. do trade centers next. And Belgium is free again, but Germany went and took most of the land. So Netherlands has basically just been reduced down to Holland. Great. Actually, you know, I think that is literally exactly Holland. The exact provinces Holland has. Wow. Good job on that, Germany, on reducing them to exactly those provinces. And Austria, what the hell are you doing? I don't need any of that land, do I? Yeah, I don't. Germany, you're free to do whatever you want with Austria as far as I'm concerned. So if you want to go do something about that nonsense they're doing there, have fun with it. $350 income. Ah, boy. Okay. Next is going to be manufactories, I think. Yeah. This is next up on my list. Best addition to economy, I guess. Or its price, I think. Yeah. Okay. I can do more legacy stuff. I'll wait until I get to 2000, I guess. And there we go. Now, I think it's going to be these buildings. Yeah. Come on. Oh boy. 450 income. And Germany has gone toward Austria. I approve of that war. Clean up whatever the fuck's going on there. Meanwhile, I want to renew that defense back to France. And you know what? Not general, I guess. And send my troops north. Because I guess I may as well help out Germany in this. Considering they don't exactly need my help, so I'm not going to have to do any fighting. Yeah. Good job with that. But I'm not sure why you left Austria over here in Switzerland. And Switzerland itself is about to get taken over by France. Great. But hey, at least we have a border now. Actually, we can help each other directly at this point, I guess. Which of these do we want to do next? That, I guess. To reduce province maintenance even more and increase the maximum level of the Supreme Court. That's the main thing I care about there, I think. And my income is about at 500. So yeah, easy 500 income. Alrighty. Very nice. So, now, railways, power plants, get those built next. And once I have that done, of those, I can very quickly get the rest of these done, I think. I don't think I'm actually going to go completely all out when it comes to trying to improve my economy, though, this time around. Just get all the buildings built and ignore that tab's existence, unless I think I may actually need to do it. Because I don't want to be sitting around doing this stuff for too long. Alliance with Germany expired. Renew that very quickly. Germany? Going to war with Poland again. Seriously? That's all that's left of them. Come on. But I guess, sure. They still have a little bit of Prussia, your former land under your control, so sure, I guess. You can go ahead, do that. Just please don't go to war with Russia afterwards. Just don't do that, please. Canadians have time to call me into the war for me to actually be automatically brought into it. Because they in debt so quickly. Russia actually took over Crimea completely. Not even a vassal anymore. Okay. And Sweden took over Norway and half of Denmark. Morocco took over most of Portugal. And things are surprisingly peaceful over here in North America. What exactly is the United... Oh. No, forget how peaceful things were here, because the United States is actually at war with both Canada and Mexico. Mexico pushing in there, Canada pushing in there. Okay. Canada is the one that went to war with the United States, and the United States has El Salvador and Cuba on their side. While Canada has Mexico with them. Okay. Sure. Interesting dynamics going on over there. But I'm just going to continue ignoring the rest of the world for now. So I can try and get this stuff done quicker. Because I am getting close to actually having it done. Finally. Now, windmills, granaries, farms, and irrigation. And then I do the construction guilds. Get that legacy there to max level. Increase the max level of the capital city. For when I finally go and upgrade that. Which I will need to do. Once I finish this stuff, I think. Because upgrading the capital city also increases the max research I can get. I imagine I am kind of starting to slowly fall behind the rest of the world here. So definitely need to do that. There we go. 2 more economy buildings. One more economy building. France just took over what was left of Belgium. Great. Battle width has now been maxed. Also, should probably upgrade that nuclear reactor. Get the bonuses from it too. There we go. Now, upgrade capital city. There we go. I can now double my technology. Great. Upgrade Supreme Court. Considering that also plays into this. That is still quite expensive, isn't it? So I guess I'll just ignore that for right now. You are Tintic or Liechtenstein. Okay, sure. Whatever. Let's see. Largest economy in the world. By far at this point. Twice as large as anyone else's. Pretty much. United States is second largest, and then Germany. Not much of a difference between the two of them. Guess I can go ahead, get wonders built quickly. Why is United States not on this list? Huh. Well, that'll be one reason why the United States is still caught up. Economically. The only reason Germany and the United States have as good as economies as they do currency is because of all the lands they've taken over. Meanwhile, I haven't done anything at all, and my economy is twice as large as theirs. But, seriously? The hell did you do to Canada? Well, goodbye to Canada then, I guess. Honestly, kind of slightly surprised that the United States managed to win that. But it is the United States, so I guess it's already decided from the beginning. Apparently, I do not have any advisors currently. Go through, get all of them recruited right now. There we go. Get these wonders all built. There we go. Now I will focus on getting these 3 buildings built. Get that done. Then, honestly, I think I may focus on getting more legacy. So I can try and get all of this finished quickly, and then I can go through, build more of these military buildings to increase manpower so I can have a larger army, easily recruit a larger army. Yeah, I think that's basically my plan currently. One building there to unlock still. Sure. You know what? Let's go and build a few buildings and the major cities, I guess. Guess I'll just kind of start placing them randomly. That's 6 total. That's 15 a month. So 30, 90. Yeah, that's more than enough what I need there. Cross expansion. There I go. And here. I guess I'll just get that, just so I have one. Wait. I just unlocked those. Okay. Yeah. Just unlock the solar farms, didn't I? With that previous research. Okay. I didn't miss one. It's just I was just unlocked. Okay. So go ahead, get that done. And I started running into this problem of not having enough building slots. And more of these provinces again. So, 4 provinces currently. There we go. Now, at the very least, allow me to get all the solar farms built. There we go. Now, armories. There we go. So I guess since I'm running into that problem, I'll go ahead and do this as well right now. Get all this infrastructure done quickly. Renew alliance with Germany again. Things have gotten a bit to a routine at this point when it comes to alliances, I guess. That's good. But with that there, I think I will now go and get these buildings so I get legacy quicker and can do more of that stuff quicker as well. Did Germany just do something? I'm not sure. They have a peace treaty with Denmark. And a defense pact with Sweden. Whatever. And you're finishing up the Netherlands now. Okay. And you are the one that started the war. Of course you are. Wait, what? Tunis? How the hell did you take over Libya? Okay. And also, both Israel and Palestine are gone. Completely taken over by Egypt. Probably better. Don't think there's going to be as many problems over here in the Middle East. Though, I imagine the balance of power has kind of been disrupted over here when it comes to Sunni and Shia. Yeah. That's probably a bit of a problem. But there's no easier or Palestine's cause problems anymore, so overall I think things are probably a bit more stable. And there we go, all those are done. Good. Now. Go do all that. Focus on getting to that research next so I can get that building unlocked because it's the very last one. So all that's going. And wait for it to be completed. I will see about getting military buildings complete. Ukraine and Russia are at war with each other. Over 100 years late, but it finally started. Russia's at war with Japan, South Korea, Ukraine, and Sweden. Ukraine and Sweden have an alliance together. Okay? And that war between them just ended, despite the game being paused. Alright, so I guess I will never know who started that war. Meanwhile, you got this war over here, which was started by Japan. Okay. Sure. Try and max out infrastructure. So this will not be a problem at all for me in the future. Come on. Okay, good. And that is now all done. Very good. Okay. Now, I can just focus purely on getting the rest of these military buildings built, I guess. Yeah. Focus on this now. Increase manpower as much as I can on these buildings. And there we go. Most expensive and annoying one out of the way. Relatively quickly as well. Very good. And aggressive expansion. Advantage is complete. So I guess now work on like discipline, morale recovery, and stuff like that, basically. Alright. There, all legacies complete. Very nice. Was able to get those done very quickly after getting all those legacy buildings built. Hungary and Germany are at war with each other. Germany is calling me into the war that they started. Germany, you just made sure that I'm going to have to fight you now. 'Cause I am going to need this land that Hungary took off of Slovenia. Yep. Great job, Germany. Our alliance now is going to come to an end at some point in the future. All because you took 3 provinces over here. And that's it. Oh well. Get the castles, walls, and that stuff done. And France just went to war with Germany. The fuck is this? France, Sweden, Russia, Ukraine, Virgin Islands, Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis, another bunch of islands, Serbia, all together against Germany, me, Austria, and Hungary. I'm going to assume that is as large as it is, cause no, apparently not. No. How is that? Oh. Oh. I see now. This is a coalition. Yeah, right there. Well. Have fun, Germany. I'm not helping you in this. You brought this on yourself. You brought this on yourself, Germany. Besides, you losing this war means I do not actually have to fight a war against you. Let's get those 3 provinces you for some reason decided to take. So, yeah. Sorry, Germany. Not helping you. That honestly doesn't look all that good, but whatever, I guess. Well, that's a problem. Can't build a castle in the Vatican. Well then. That is almost complete. Very nice. Get that done, then I will pretty much be complete with this stuff, I think. Yeah. Wait for that to get done. And then I get that built. And I will basically say that I'm done when it comes to economy, I think, for now. Get these things fully upgraded. Oh. Now. Just gotta wait a little bit longer. And I have this building to build here. And there we go. Now, I want to check right quick. Does doing this increase how much infrastructure you can have in a province? Because I've not honestly ever really tested it out, and this would be a perfect opportunity to do so. Oh boy, that's a lot. There we go. Vatican now can have more buildings there, apparently. That's good. Yeah, increasing economy itself increases the build limit. There. Good to know. And I'm not sure about this. Well, it doesn't exactly look like it increases max infrastructure. There we go. Max that stuff out again. That's there quickly. I'm the largest producer of 22 of these resources. The only thing I'm actually produce at all, I'm not the largest producer of, is porcelain. Because apparently East Timor over here outproduces me on that. Because that would be what their capital produces, isn't it? No, their capital produces spices. Weird. Would have thought that was been their capital. But apparently it's not. Alright, so. For right now, I will bring this army up to 80 regiments. Okay. I think that's what was done, so I just need to do that. And that should be everything, right? No. I screwed that up. And I need to replace 2 of those fighters with tanks. There we go. Now the army is correct. 10,000 each of those and 20,000 of those. Good. Okay. That did not exactly impact my income very much. That is good to know. Do this right quick, increase manpower directly. Mostly just for that. And also want to do taxation for a moment. There we go. That is all of that done. The rest of the stuff that I need for these missions is related to fighting wars. Good. Now, let's upgrade the nuclear reactor rates quick. Get that production efficiency bonus for it. Though these are very expensive upgrades that I honestly don't exactly like very much. And considering by the time I normally get to the point where I actually have this thing unlocked, I already have a super large economy. But that is not exactly the case currently. Two more, so I'm going to need another 40,000 at least. Oh boy. I ain't going to bother building nukes. No point in doing that at all. Got that done already. Okay. Let's see. None of these are exactly all that useful. 4 of them have defense, and that's all I really care about. Are those. So I guess I'll just get that one. Why not? They're basically all identical, because research is useless at this point. And there. Cannot upgrade that anymore until I do the advantages to increase max level of the Supreme Court. Alright. Now. Hospitals, I guess. Just because that's kind of good overall. And bomb shelters as well. Why not? Because I do imagine other countries have actually built nukes. I apparently need to do economy. Because I've run out of building slots already in some of these other provinces. Honestly, did not know how much economy itself actually affected the number of building slots the province has. So at least I learned something as a result of this. Can't just completely ignore that stuff, even on this scenario. So I guess I can go ahead and improve this more. Not that it's gonna hurt all that much, though. It's more income, which is always good. Okay. Germany is on the expansionist path once again, taking over Poland. Okay. Got that stuff done already. Okay. I think I'm good at this point. Recruit more armies and start expanding. Through, recruit generals. There we go. That is now 10 armies in total. Very nice. Which means my army is twice as large as what the limits there allows for. Did hurt a bit economically, but whatever. Guess I can also do that, why not? So, let's see. You do not have an alliance currently, so I'll get that with you. And let's see. I get another alliance if I wanted. Also, why the fuck does Spain have the middle of Britain under their control? The hell's going on there? Well, whatever. Who else could I get an alliance with I do not need to fight with? And also doesn't have an alliance currently. Turkey, Ukraine are the only real ones I could go after, I think, when it comes to an alliance, but Turkey has me as a rival currency for some reason. And so does Ukraine. Actually, I'm the one making them a rival, aren't I? Yeah. I just randomly selected them, and the two countries I could possibly make ally have as a second ally in the pink ones I end up choosing. So I guess I'll just work with having Germany as an ally, I guess, for now. So, what do I want to go after first? I think I'll do this area first, over here. Finish off what's left of Hungary and Katrupka and all that. Batovka. But obviously, I will go after San Marino first here, cause, yeah. Obviously, why wouldn't I go after them? Micronation right here, inside my country. Easy first target. Now, Hungary. Wait. Germany. Okay. I'll just ignore that then for now. Because I don't want to break our alliance instantly. So instead, I'll go for France. And you have Spain as an ally. Do I need any lands from Spain? Yes, I do, I think. Yeah, got all that stuff over here in Morocco. So take all that lands. And yeah, take over the islands too. Alright. Go to war with you. And Belgium is apparently back. With a weird flag. But, yeah, there we go. This should be easy, I think. Wait, you're also at war with Britain? France went to war with Britain basically a year ago. I started this war about 3 months afterwards. About time for them, I guess. You know, France could say goodbye to that islands that you got down there. I don't think you should have it. Same with that island that you have over there, Spain. No, I'm not going to let you have those things anymore. Alright. Because I don't like the fact that my troops have to go all the way over there just to take those islands. I don't like that at all. And I think that is basically everything. I will also kind of go and clean up a bunch of the borders, I think, as well. So, exactly how far do I need to push over here? I think that was basically it. Alright. I'll liberate Switzerland, I think. And take all that land off of Spain as well, obviously. And also kind of see about doing something about this crap over here, because, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like this at all. Guess I can leave it at that. Or something. Don't forget to get those islands either. Not taking all the lands just because I don't want to risk the aggressive expansion. So, Britain, you get to have all this land back. Congratulations. Guess it can be a reward for just happening to go to war with France, like 3 months beforehand. And I did actually take 2 extra provinces there, but whatever. That looks better, I think. And Morocco, I guess I can let you have some of this land back as well. Why not? There we go. And now, just get rid of that. And that is done. Alright. Send my troops back home. Get rid of these islands as well. I'll give them to Madagascar, I guess. Come on. Am I not allowed? As for James, just click that. It's okay. There we go. Good. Now, if that's complete, I will now be turning my attention to Africa, yes. First step, though, is taking over Malta. And there we go. I think that is where I will currently pause for now for my expansion. Because aggressive expansion is up to 80. I do not want to be forming a coalition, have a coalition formed against me just yet. So, yeah. Let's see. Go after Tunisia first, get that cleaned up, and then I'll go after Algeria. Get the rest of the land I need there. I may wipe out Algeria altogether, to be honest, though. Let's see. I guess for stuff to do while I wait, I'll just go through, get buildings built or something for right now. And once I have all this done, I can just work on improving economy or something. I think that is the very last law. Yeah. All that's left is just getting the future units. Good. I think getting this stuff done, improving my economy more, is definitely going to be useful right now, considering apparently my income somehow dropped even more after fighting those horrors. So I guess the maintenance of all these provinces I took is somehow higher than what costs more than the up income that I'm getting from them. Yeah. If that is the case, they definitely are not very good provinces. Yeah. Running out of space again. Come on. It's all in this area over here. France. That's having these problems with building limits. Let's get this done. Max out the infrastructure. All those provinces. I shouldn't have to deal with this anymore. There. There we go. Okay. Good. Gross expansion's gotten down to 50. So over a third of that has been completed already. That is good. Now just work on economy until aggressive expansion is back down to 0, I guess. Great. Well, I guess I could also go and build these right quick. So I got more legacy coming in. Okay. See about trying to max out the economy in a bunch of these provinces, I guess. To try and make things a bit easier for me. means that Germany has expired. Alright. So I guess that means I can actually go over here next instead. Finish that stuff off in Europe that I need. Yeah, I think I'll do that next instead. Hungary just took over what was left of Krotoka as well. So, that works out, I guess. Huh? And Germany has some nukes. Hmm. Okay. Sure. You went to all the checks, okay. Sure. Still gonna have to fight you though, because of Hungary being your vassal. And there we go. That's just basically all that completely done. And aggressive expansion still hasn't got down to 0. Great. So max out infrastructure now again. There we go. That increases how much economy I can have in provinces as well. Okay, that is done then. Alright. Wait for that aggressive expansion to go down that last little bit, I guess. France, Spain, and Britain will be my net rivals now. There we go, got that done. All tax efficiency. I guess I'll go with you then. You. And here I will go with you. Upgrade. Good general. What's left of the technology? Just 3 more. Alright. I do have a lead over everyone else in technology now. Very nice. Okay. So. Income's up to 3,000. I think I should be able to afford a large army currency, so I'll go ahead and do that as well. See if I can get up to 20, 25 or something like that without my economy taking a hit, too much of a hit at least. It's already 5. Income's gone down that much. Oh, ah. That is not good. That is not good. I only doubled the size of my army, recruit another 10 there. And that's it. And my income just got completely destroyed. Ugh. Okay. So... You know what? Let's see. I need to get this land over here for the Pizza Empire. You know, I think I'll take over all Switzerland and a bunch of land off of Austria, since they have those provinces. So, let's go ahead and do this. Since my aggressive expansion is now down to 0, you apparently now have an alliance with France as well. Well, that's not going to save you. That's for sure. They already lost once. They're definitely not going to win this time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The fuck? France took over Scotland. Seriously. Okay. So exactly where is that border? There. Those are provinces I need. So I'll go with that. Right there, I guess. That will be my border to the north. There we go. Alright. Now, Hungary. It is time for me to finish you off, which also, of course, means a war with Germany. Where in the world are my troops? The fuck are you doing going across the Atlantic? Seriously, what the hell were they doing? That? Is that the reason? If they were, then why they were headed this way? Whatever. Goodbye, Hungary. And now Germany loses all their lands. Yeah. There we go. Hungary, and take all that. There we go. I don't really care about anything else when it comes to that war. So, over here, I guess I can give some of that to Austria. but the rest of it I guess will go to Ukraine. There we go. Good. Now, the only land I need over here now is just this one single province that Kartuka actually still has. Alright. Goodbye, Kartuka. And Bosnia, I guess. Guess I'm going to wipe out both of you. And my aggressive expansion did just go over 100, but honestly, I don't really care that much. I think I might be able to handle a coalition. Currently. There we go. That's a nice, good, clean border. Core those provinces. And there we go. Ooh. Eh. Alright. Just gotta hope my troops can handle all these enemies. And so far, looks very good. Yeah, 2-to-1 casualties. Amazing. Honestly, I'm surprised at how well my army is performing here. I am really surprised. Okay. Come on, take over the last province there. Good. That should be everything that Spain actually directly controls. So my troops will now be attacking the Allies. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So I guess I can deal with the stuff in Africa now as well. Perfect. Come on, finish up all land over there. There you go. All that's left is little bits of Africa, I think. Why is Nigeria also part of this? Oh. Yeah, I'm just going into at this point. I got what I needed. So I just need a shitload of Africa here. I'm not even going to bother trying to make those borders accurate. Because honestly, I just don't care enough to do that. I'll just wipe out Tunisia and Algeria completely. Because that's just simpler to do. Alright. Guess while I'm at it, I can try and clean up some of these other borders. I'll do that at the very least over there. Don't really care about doing too much else, to be honest. I'll do that. I think that makes things kind of slightly better border-wise. There. But yeah, I guess that's what I'll go with for this. Shitload of aggressive expansion, but that's not a problem, thankfully. So, let's clean up the borders in Africa, at the very least. Egypt, you get to have your land back over here, but that's it. I'm keeping everything else. Over here in North Africa. I guess you can have some of this here. And Sudan gets to have a bit of this as well. While Ethiopia gets the rest, so they can... Wait. Chad. Over here? Really? Okay. And they're a vassal of South Sudan as well, apparently. Weird. So I guess that'll be the borders then. Split things along the Nile, pretty much. Okay. Now, for Chad, all this land that I don't give a shit about at all. I guess all that can go to Nigeria. Guys, I honestly do not want this. There we go. There we go. Good. Now, I'll keep everything else, and honestly, I don't really care too much. Now, let's form the Pizza Empire. There we go. That is complete. So now, my goal is just to take over the rest of the world. Nice. But I will once again go back to work on economy again, because I really need to turn things around economically, I think. Considering how much my massive army, that's honestly not that massive, is hurting my economy currently. Need this economy to be much larger so I can have an even larger army. So, get to work on all of this. I forgot about that up there that I want to sell back to Britain. There we go. England gets to have the rest of England again. Now, got 2 advantage points there that I can use, so max morale is next then. Recruit generals for these armies again. Because apparently a bunch of these died of old age. There we go. One final research there for my army. Good. Come on. Not much left there. There we go. Income is definitely going back up. That's for sure. China is doing pretty well over here. But they still haven't taken Taiwan. Philippines actually has Taiwan as a vassal, apparently. Africa is kind of a mess over there. Mexico. Okay, Mexico. Why the fuck did you take that land off of Brazil? Instead of, you know, like, stuff over here in Colombia, Ecuador, Peru instead? Huh. Okay. Sure. And there we go. 2 of those buildings done. So next up, trade center, automated factory. I'm just working up this list at this point, I guess. Sweden managed to defeat Russia in a war. Wow. Not bad for them. My guess at this point I will probably start doing rapid expansion to end this and conquer the entire world. Considering at this point things kind of just get a bit boring, I feel like. If I keep pausing to do economy stuff. But right now this kind of needed because I need the income for a larger army. So, yeah. Sweden just lost a coalition that was formed against them. So they've lost everything they have gained this entire game. Well, alright. Great. Okay. Russia's only in 10th place at this point? God damn. China's in 3rd. United States is 2nd. Iran is 4th. Damn. Then Mexico in 5th. Brazil in 6th. India 7th. Mozambique in 8th. France. Russia, Spain, Germany, Venezuela. Damn. Venezuela's doing pretty well for themselves considering how small they are. Then Argentina, Indonesia, Ukraine, Tanzania, Australia, South Africa, Greece. Okay. Spain just took over even more of Britain over here. Britain is just not doing very well, are they? No idea why Austria has them as an ally, or had them as an ally. Very weird alliance you chose there, Austria. Considering you're a landlocked country that can't even go over there to help them. And economy buildings is complete. Now, to finish things up with these 3 here. Okay. Almost complete. There we go. Now, I will go back to work on this stuff again. On improving this economy even more. Focusing on the stuff in Europe first. Okay, now work on the stuff in Africa. Okay, that is basically all that's done for economy. Pretty much. Only other thing I can do, I guess, currently is increase more in infrastructure even more. Try and max this out so I can improve my economy a little bit more. Come on. Okay, a lot of infrastructure to do in Africa. Alright. A lot of infrastructure in Africa to do. To max it out here. Okay. There we go. Good. Okay. Work on this again. Should be able to max this stuff out very quickly once again here. Come on. I'm pretty sure my aggressive expansion has also gotten back down to 0 at this point. I do want to finish this first. Okay, good. More military buildings, rates quick. Increase manpower more. Don't think I really need it, but may as well do it just to be safe. There we go. Okay. I think that's good. I guess I could probably do these tax buildings at this point. I think it'll probably actually give me more income at this point. It's actually worth it. Oh yeah, definitely. $5,000 income currently. How much can I get that to after finishing this stuff off? Probably not that much more, to be honest. Eh. Go back and forth between these two tabs. Guess they basically influence each other a bit. Okay, that is done then. Yeah, that last little bits that I did for economy did not improve it all that much, but it's still worth it overall, I think. So let's go through quickly, get a bunch of this stuff done. You know, I think that might be worth it. Might help when it comes to budget side of things, how expensive the army is. Because I think the more you go over the limits, the more expensive the troops get to maintain. So let's get the generals recruited here. And then go through and once again recruit more troops. Currently have 20 armies. What can I get it to this time? Okay. Okay, that is 40 armies total. I'm pretty sure, unless I miscounted. Alright. So, considering how easy the first coalition I fought there was, I think I shouldn't have too many problems going forward, especially with the fact that I now have 40 armies Actually, nope. Apparently, I do not have 40 armies. I only have 36. Did I lose some in that coalition or something? I guess I may have. Okay. Sure. Guess to start off, I will start taking over these countries over here in the Balkans. Take over Greece. Do this first. There we go. And that puts my aggressive expansion over 100. Perfect. Now, to see if they form a coalition. If they do, great. Come on now. I don't see you forming a coalition here. Come on. Don't form one, I'm just going to go ahead and take over Turkey. And Egypt, I guess. Give you till 2300 to form a coalition. Or maybe not, considering aggressive expansion is going to go below 100 before then. Whichever one happens first. Aggressive expansion under 100, so here we go. Goodbye Turkey and Egypt. You are both getting wiped off the map now. Yep, there's the coalition. France leading it. Okay. Sure. Now I can make some good looking borders in Africa, I think. Now I'll be taking a good chunk of Europe as well. Just to speed things up. For this, I think. Yeah. I'm almost occupied the entirety of France very quickly there. Very nice. And there we go. Okay. Looking good so far. Taking over Germany. Nice. And there goes Ukraine. And that is Africa done. All that is left are the Falklands down there, I guess. Which I will remove as well. Who actually controls those currencies? Spain, of course. Okay. So that is done. Go ahead, insat. Take all that land over there. And now for the coalition. which I will be wiping out all of this stuff here. Nigeria will get to survive for a little bit, just to keep those borders still slightly clean down there, I guess. But when it comes to Europe, goodbye Spain. And you know what? Goodbye to all of this as well. I'm taking it all. So also goodbye France. No more of your nonsense over here when it comes to borders. Trust me, I'm taking the little bit of land you have over there as a result of one of your vassals. And now, over here, try to clean up some of these borders. There we go. Alright. Is there a way I could split some land off of Germany? Make the borders look somewhat natural. Alright, there we go. Cutting Germany up quite a bit. And Austria as well, I guess. But all for the cause of having good looking borders where there's no border gore. Perfect. A lot more than I normally do when it comes to coalition, but whatever. I want to take over the entire world very quickly here. So, there we go. Core all that stuff and everything. Gross expansion is over 100 currently, so another coalition should form very soon. Go through, recruit generals. Let's replace what I've lost here. Apparently lost another army at some point during that war, apparently. Great. But considering that I now have more income, I will go ahead and recruit more troops again. At least another 5 so I can actually get to 40. Yeah, that's no problem. So recruit another 10 to get to 50. There we go. That should now be 50 armies. Alright. Just quickly go through, get generals recruited for these armies then. And confirm. Yep, 50 armies. Good. So, anyone want to form a coalition against me? Iran, Russia, anyone? Anyone at all want to form a coalition? Doesn't look like it. So I'll take over Cyprus, especially since for some reason both of the Cypruses over here are allies for some reason. So I guess in a way, Cyprus is actually united. You know, one again, kind of. That's a coalition, isn't it? No. Just Mozambique going towards South Africa. You just have alliances with those two. Okay. Sure. Finish off what's left of Portugal, I guess. There are 4 provinces. And do the same for Cape Verde. Just get rid of a bunch of these smaller islands nations that are never going to join a coalition. And kind of do this in hopes that I can kickstart a coalition against me again. There we go, Mozambique. Alright. Sure. Since you went to war with me, I will make a massive expansion south into Africa. And I guess also kind of do the same for the Middle East, since the entirety of the Middle East is at war with me. I don't think I'll do that much expansion in Europe yet. Just because Poland's not at war with me here. The fact that Poland is not at war with me this currency is the only reason I'm not going to do a lot more expansion. So... come on. Take on Mozambique over here. Go ahead, deal with Faroe Islands, Iceland, and Greenland, I guess. Take all that lands. Haven't dealt with Cape Verde yet, though, apparently. There we go. Now, troops focus fully on the coalition and dealing with Mozambique here very quickly. Please. Finish this off. Come on. Come on. Finish it off. Ah, come on. Howdy, top. There. Now, have fun with the other countries right quick. And I guess I will probably take all these islands at the very least over here when it comes to the Americas. Do that at the very least. Or I could just take over Venezuela completely. Yeah, I think I'll just take over Venezuela completely. Do a bunch of expansion in Africa. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Sure. You know what? Everything north of here, I am taking. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay, Russia took over the West, Japan over here. Alright. And there. Okay. Everything has been occupied. Got it. So, let's go take all of this land in Africa. There we go. Take all that stuff there as well. Get the entire Arabian Peninsula as well, just so I can kind of clean up this stuff over here. Yeah, that's basically the best border I can really get, I think. There we go. Now, I want to make sure I actually have a border with Poland, so take this stuff here. Austria is going to get wiped off the map. There we go. So that'll be the extent of my expansion there. Make sure there aren't annoying islands out here to deal with. Good. There we go. Aggressive expansion, still over 100. Perfect. Okay. Apparently lost another army in that war, yes. Damn it. Go through, build resource building, since that's the most cost efficient way to increase my economy even more. Because I want to recruit even more troops. And I'll build railways as well, just to increase the speed my troops are able to move across the country as well. There we go. Okay, yeah, that was very good. Double the income they have just from that stuff alone. Amazing. So now, more troops. Honestly, at this point, I don't give a shit about recruiting generals for them anymore. So, there we go. Just continue recruiting troops until I've kind of run out of money, I guess. Okay. Gross expansion went back down under 100. So I'll go ahead and start more wars. Take Orbina in there. Take you over as well. Get those islands too. I guess I can do that as well there, since that should guarantee those countries all join the coalition. Yes, okay. United States formed this coalition. Only ones not in the coalition are Canada, Madagascar, Australia, New Zealand, Indonesia, Philippines, China, Myanmar, and other smaller countries. But that's basically it. Alright. So, this coalition, finish off Africa, take over the rest of South America as well. Take over most of what's left over in Europe. And yeah. After that, not going to be much left, to be honest. But I will probably try and finish this off with one more coalition after this one. Go ahead and end these islands as I can. There we go. So now it's just a matter of the coalition and the stuff over here in Africa. Okay. Good. What are my troops doing? Alright. Okay. You're not really doing all that much, I feel like. Huh. Please go on the offensive. Somewhere at the very least. Okay, you got most of Quebec under your control. That's a good start. Now, if you could get more of this done, that would be great. Come on. Just keep a bunch of troops occupied over here. I don't give a shit. Just keep telling them to come over here. Every single time they try to leave. Troops elsewhere can deal with all the other stuff before it comes to defense. Alright? Come on. Continue taking over the United States here. Don't want to see you stop. Just continue until you have this stuff done. Come on. Yeah, almost complete. With mainland United States at the very least. So now I got Australia, Alaska up here to deal with. Okay, you got that done, you got that done. Okay. Alright. Good. Now, do whatever the hell you want. Just please do not go across the Pacific. Why are you all going across the Pacific? That bug is so annoying. But, whatever, I guess. Quicker my troops get this stuff done, the better. Come on. Why are my troops so stupid? Just take over the countries. Ignore defense for fuck's sakes. Come on. I want you to finish this stuff up over here in Africa. At the very least right now. Come on. And that's South Africa done. And Mozambique. Okay. I'm going to call that the end of that. So go ahead, end that, or there we go. The rest of expansion is over 100, so another coalition might form already. Yeah, if one does, they'll probably include basically the remaining countries in the world that are not at war with me. How are these troops doing? Seriously, what the fuck are my troops doing? Where the hell are you all going? I'll just start telling my troops to take over the entirety of South America, and then tell them to do the same thing to Central America with Mexico. The moment I start seeing them leave, I tell them to come back. Okay, I already have this stuff occupied. Okay. Come on. Stop trying to leave. Okay. Good. South America is done. Now finish off Mexico. Come on. Not many of you left over here. It'd be nice if you came back. So this can be done quicker. There we go. So that is the entirety of the Americas complete. Finally. God. And Europe is done as well. All of India's done. Got that. All of Russia's occupied. Alright, good. That's the end of this then. Okay. Go take all of this land. Grab all this in the Caribbean as well. United States will get to survive. For now. I will take Hawaii. And Germany, Ukraine, say goodbye. Iran, say goodbye as well. I'm gonna wipe out this country as well, what's left of Pakistan. Take that bit of land. And now it's just a matter of cleaning up the border that I have with Russia. And I'll go ahead and do this too. Taking over Finland. Off of Sweden, wiping them out completely. There we go. Russia gets to survive with that land. Alright. There we go. Now, gross expansion is over 100 still. China, I think, is the only country that can actually form a coalition currency against me. Now, I just accidentally built the wrong thing there. I did not want to build construction guilds. I wanted to build railways. God damn it. No, well. How many countries left? Another 40 to take over? Okay. I don't really care too much about visors at this point. And there we go. There. Alright. Railways. Try and get as many of these built as possible. To increase movement speed more. Come on. Get off that. Come on. Come on. There we go. And I got rebellions to deal with. Over here. My troops are not actually doing anything about that at all. Of course. And for some reason there's even one over here. In Italy itself. Weird. There we go. And that's the rebellions dealt with. Good. Now, is that the railways done? I think so. Good. Alright. So, gross expansion is not going to take long to go under 100 at this point. Might even go under 100 before these peace treaties are over. Actually, no. Peace treaties will end first. Alright. There we go. So, I'll go toward countries one by one when it comes to these remaining island nations. Guess I know none of these countries will join a coalition, so need to wipe them out now. And hopefully taking them over can kind of kickstart the next coalition. Australia controls that. Guess I could also go and deal with Madagascar. And that's basically all that done already. There we go. Okay, now Maldives. There we go. Take well, the last two countries were here in the Indian Ocean. Come on. There we go. That's controlled by Australia. Okay. So, I guess I'll start taking over a bunch of these islands out here in the Pacific to get rid of them. You have an alliance with Australia, so I ignore you for now, I guess. And they already control that, okay. So that's all little islands, nations out here in the Pacific now at war with me. With an exception, the one that actually has an alliance with Australia. Alright, I think that's basically all those done. So now go through and all the wars. There we go. So everything else is either controlled by Australia or is that country. Alright. Good. Very good. And that now brings me down to 22 countries to take over. So now, I'll turn my attention to the Caribbean. Finishing off these few countries here. Haiti gets to survive for now due to being a vassal of the United States. And there we go. Alright, now I'll finish off the remains of Denmark. But Denmark has an alliance with India. Okay. I'm down to 20 countries left in the world in total, so 19 more to take over. Not exactly many of them actually have that much land. So, I think what I will do is go to war with all the countries at this point. Start off over there. Go to war with Denmark. Go to war with Australia. Indonesia. What's left? The Philippines. Come on. Now, China, you are next. Please let me go to war with you. Okay. Yeah, that's every country in the world at war with me. Perfect. Too many troops going across the Pacific. Way too many. Should I go crazy and recruit a shitload of troops? Just to finish this even quicker? I'm not sure. Oh. Oh god. Troops are quickly taking over China. That's nice. Huh. Japan actually exists still. As a vassal. Of China. Okay. And Australia apparently took over New Zealand. Alright. So I think the last major country that's left is the United States, and I guess maybe Canada as well. Yeah. Pretty sure the leaders of all these others have already been defeated. Come on. Need you to finish this up now. Oh yeah, awesome, Mexico. Troops finish everything over here in the Americas, then this is basically complete. Come on. There we go. That is all of North America under my control. with an exception to Haiti. Of course. Come on. Finish the stuff up. Please. These ships go take Singapore. There. Now I officially control all lands that I for this war. Let's go ahead and stats. There we go. Yay! Canada doesn't even have any allies, so take this and I'll back over here and I'll end the war with Canada. Where the hell are you going? You still got a province here to take. There you go. I'm just going to ignore that stuff up there. And go ahead and take the entirety of Canada. Mexico has an alliance with Russia, same as the United States. I don't really care. So at this point, it's clearly basically just finishing off these other countries out here. Could you please finish Australia? Get the rest of New Zealand done here. I think that is actually everything for that tour with Australia. Actually, no, wait. You have the other ally here, Papua New Guinea. Okay. Go take this then. And then I will end the war. With Australia, so the troops don't have to come out here to the Pacific anymore. Come on. Yeah, there we go. All of the land in this war has been occupied. So now, go and take it all. There we go. Good. So now it's just the United States, Mexico, Russia, China, and India, basically. That's all that's really left. Take these troops and send them to take Taiwan. that is that war. The Philippines and Taiwan done. No, that one didn't even have allies either. So there we go. 4 wars left, technically at this point. Good. And Russia is kind of preventing me from ending 2 of those wars by being allies with the United States and Mexico. Come on. Hurry that up. India gets fully occupied. I can end the war with Denmark as well. There we go. That one is done. Good. Now, also have taken over all of that. So all that's left is to take over what's left of Japan over here. And there we go. Actually, one more province. There we go. That is all of China done. There we go. Now, all that is left is that. Okay. What the hell is this? Go toward them, I guess. Guess that's a country that for some reason exists. And I have occupied the entirety of Russia. Okay. So that is the end of this then. Take all the land. And take all Mexico. The fuck? Why can I not take them over completely? The hell? The hell is this? Why can I not take over Mexico completely? This complete fucking bullshit. The hell's going on? Ah, damn it. Well, gotta wait for that peace treaty to end now. Send all those troops over there. And figure out where the fuck this revolt is. There, seriously. Yeah, okay. Go deal with that. Yeah. Great. Come on. Hello? Game? Alright. Massive lag spike there. 19, huh? Okay. Sure. For years. Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. 3 years. Another fucking revolt. Over here. In the Pacific. There we go. Guess I can do this. Or maybe not. Cause this is lagging the game a shitload to do. Yeah. I was hoping I could pass by time doing that, but no, cannot do that because how much it likes the fucking game. Great. So, 2 more years. 1 more year. Come on. Come on. Need to get this done. And done. Goodbye, Mexico. I do not know why I was not able to take you earlier, but goodbye. Good riddance. Well, there we go. I have taken over the entire world. And I managed to do that within 4 hours. Damn. Though I obviously did things a lot quicker this time because, yeah, just didn't want to go on forever on this. So, yeah, there we go. Honestly, overall, I think this stream and the ones for us forming Kyrgyzstan were honestly kind of good examples of exactly what I do when I actually play the game. Just that I'm talking a lot more and stuff. Because stream have to talk more. Can't just go extended periods of time without talking because I know it's not going to be in the video or anything. But overall, I think it's a pretty good example. And also a good example of what you would get in the strategist tier, I think, when it comes to YouTube memberships, the $25 and up one. Which is just you basically behind the scenes stuff, I guess. Members only stream when I record videos. If anyone's interested in that thing at all. But yeah. That there is the end of the stream here then, I guess. Absolutely no problems when it comes to internet this time, so I guess next week I will try starting an hour earlier and just see how early I can actually start the stream. Because I prefer not starting this as late as I did today, but if I have to, I will. Yeah. So, yeah. That there is the end of the stream here. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. And I am once again not letting this thing play that entire duration of that.